Hello, everyone. What is up? With the recent announcement of the Fantastic Four finally coming to the MCU, a lot of questions are who will be casted. Specifically, Mr. Fantastic and Invisible Woman have been the big talks. A lot of people can agree there's many options for Human Torch and the Thing. What we're going to be breaking down today is 5 actors to play Mr. Fantastic. Now, the way I chose these 5 actors aren't based on my personal opinion. If any of you have ever heard of MyCast is a free website where you can create your own story and choose castings for them, and people can vote yes or no and add other castings and all that good stuff. So, what I'm going off of is strictly off of who they chose, who got voted. I did make some of them, but most of these, especially for Mr. Fantastic, I only put 2 of them on there. So, without further ado, we'll dive right in. So the first person that got voted is William Jackson Harper. I apologize for the grainy photo. It's the best photo I could find of him that actually showed him more that I could fit on here. William Jackson Harper, age 42. I did hear a rumor that they are saying they want someone under 40 to play Mr. Fantastic. Whether that's true or not is the question. But William Jackson Harper is a phenomenal actor. Got nominated for Outstanding support actor in the Good Place. I think it's time for him to really take on an action role, especially as the lead, as Mr. Fantastic and Invisible Woman are more the leads, in my opinion. They can certainly change that up, but I think to be the face of the Fantastic Four, I think William Jackson Harper is an excellent choice. I think as Mr. Fantastic, he would prove to be a very, very good one, and I think that there's a lot of potential with his story arc just because of how good of an actor he is. The second one that was voted number 4 was Chris Pine. Chris Pine is famous for Admiral Kirk. He was in Into the Spider Verse and known as Captain Trevor from Wonder Woman. Chris Pine is 41 years old, and I think as Mr. Fantastic, I think he could lead the role very well. He's a really good lead actor, in my opinion, and I think he can go really well with whoever ends up playing Susan Storm, as he did really well with Gal Gadot in Wonder Woman. And I think Chris Pine would make a lot of sense to be in the part of the Fantastic Four, and I think Mr. Fantastic makes the most sense. Going on to number 3 is someone I didn't think of actually, and that's Brandon Routh. I don't know how to say it. I'm sorry if I mispronounce names. He's known for playing Superman and Daniel Shaw. I think he's a very good actor. I think he's good for leads, especially already playing a superhero in the DC. And whether that's part of the cinematic universe or not remains to be seen, as DC is a little bit all over the place lately. I think he would make a good Mr. Fantastic. I think he could play the lead very well. I haven't heard too many rumors about him as I have with William Jackson Harper. And it's that kind of same goes for Chris Pine. I haven't heard too many rumors about them. I think it's more what the fans want. The next 2 are the 2 we've heard the most castings for number 1 and 2. Number 2, Penn Badgley. Penn Badgley, phenomenal actor, known for Gossip Girl and specifically Joe Goldberg in You. I think he makes the perfect Mr. Fantastic. He's 35 years old, so he'd fit that under 40. I think he could play Mr. Fantastic for a lot longer than the rest of the people on this. At first, when I first heard this, I didn't think I liked it. So I watched You to get into it, and I think he'd make a really good Mr. Fantastic. Um, it does sound like, too, that he actually will be Mr. Fantastic, and I think it could go either way with 1 or 2. I think Penn Badgley makes a lot of sense, though, and I would not be disappointed if he's casted. I think he'd look really good as Mr. Fantastic, and obviously that's not a real photo, but I think he'd be really good as Mr. Fantastic, and I would love to see him as Mr. Fantastic. Now, before we get to number 1s, I'm sure you all know who number 1 is. Anyways, I do want to give honorable mention to someone who I think would be good, only if they were to go to an older route, and I think that's Ewan McGregor. I think Ewan McGregor would make a fantastic Mr. Fantastic, no pun intended. He's known for obviously Obi-Wan Kenobi and Christopher Robbins, and then recently he was Black Mask in The Birds of Prey. I think he would be an excellent choice if they wanted to go an older route. Otherwise, I don't think it's very likely because if he were to play Mr. Fantastic for 10 years, I don't think he wants to keep being I don't think he wants to be a superhero at age 61. That's just my opinion. Now, number 1 is, of course, John Krasinski. John Krasinski played Mr. Fantastic in The Multiverse of Madness. I think he makes a lot of sense to reprise his role. The only thing is, if that under 40 is true, Krasinski's kind of out because he's 42. And you know, John Krasinski is very popular for the pick. There he is in the Multiverse of Madness. I think what's really helping his case is, he's very known for The Office, which is what really jump started his career. But in A Quiet Place and 13 Hours, that's really what showed that he can be an action star. And granted, his fate ended in Multiverse of Madness. That was an alternate universe, so he could very well come back. The thing that makes me a little questioned is we have no confirmation of any of the other Illuminati members coming back as heroes. Obviously, Peggy Carter won't, and Maria Rambeau won't, as they are both dead in the 616 universe. We have no fate of Professor X, though it does sound like Patrick Stewart will not be returning, and we have no source on Black Bolt as of yet. He was supposed to be, I forget his name off the top of my head, but he was supposed to be. They were supposed to be part of the MCU prior to Endgame. It just didn't do well, so they cut it. So I think John Krasinski makes a lot of sense still. I'd be very happy with Penn Badgley or John Krasinski. Comment down below who you think it would be. I do think it's either of these two, but I do think it's worth mentioning Chris Pine, Brendan Routh, and William Jackson Harper. I think any of them would be good choices, and I'd be fine with any of them. I really don't have any leverage with Brendan Routh or Chris Pine. I did hear a little bit about William Jackson Harper, but I do think it will be Penn Badgley or John Krasinski, and I'm honestly not sure which one. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you all enjoy. Next week, or at least next video, we'll be breaking down Invisible Woman, the Human Torch, then the Thing, and comment down below who you want next. I am thinking villains of the Fantastic Four next, but we can certainly move to X-Men if anyone's requested. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Comment down below who you think I should do next. Thank you.